Well, João, an important 3 points for Chelsea. It was a game dominated by refereeing VAR decisions. What's kind of the talk of the dressing room right now?
No, the gaffer said to us they had a good team, physical team. If we start win the first ball, second ball, you could have a more chance to win the game. And I think we didn't start very well, but we score. You had time in the halftime to organize the team. And I think the second half we did well. We won the game.
The timing of your goal important, right before the halftime break?
Yeah, like I said, we didn't start very well, but I think when I score, the team had more time to organize and then to go to the halftime.
Do you think Chelsea were lucky in certain decisions today? I know there's going to be questions around Trevor Chalobah incident.
Yeah, I think the ref make his decision. I don't have nothing to say about. But yeah, if he give that, I think he was good for us.
Were you worried that you might have been penalised in the build-up to the second goal? It was eventually given as a penalty, but were you worried for a minute there?
No, I knew my hand was close to my body, so I just waited the decision of the ref, and in the end he gave the penalty for us.
Good day for him, but much to discuss. Let's go back to that big talking point after 21 minutes when Fulham thought they'd taken the lead.
Harsh on their point of view.
And this was what he was sent to look at. He saw no issue with it on field, Rob Jones, and remind everybody he has the option to say, thank you for showing me, but I'm sticking with my on-field decision.
And I so wish he'd done that. That would have shown strength. That decision is so wrong. It was such a great trick by Munoz. It was really, really well played by Fulham, and they played better at that time in the game. They deserved to be 1-0 up, and it's taken away from them. And I understand Marco Silva he's angry, and for me it's weak refereeing. I mean, come on, I so much wish just one referee would go to the screen and say, no, I saw this on the pitch, that's fine. I'm going to stick with what I did.
Marco Silva's mood in the 9th minute of stoppage time.
Packed in this Chelsea team, great delivery, and again, it was just rubbing salt in the wounds, wasn't it, for Fulham and Marco Silva, the timing of the goal.
And it got worse because they've played 3 and conceded a penalty in all 3 now, Fulham. What did you make of...
To the screen, you know, and they go through...
But ultimately they've come to the right decision.
Yeah, yes.
So ultimately this is actually a good use of VAR.
Well...
They've checked the foul and they've checked the accident. We've got the right decision on field.
Yeah. Well... Yeah. Well...
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
What's the rules for this? I mean...
Accidental.
He says his arm is in tight, but it's not.
So you think that should be handball and no penalty then?
No, I'm just saying, what is the rule there? He claims... What is the rule? If they go through every little bit in the run-up to that, then that's a handball.
Yes or no? Was that a penalty?
Yes.
So
when
we've reached the right decision.
It was a penalty, yes.
Yeah, I agree. But we're looking at 2 different situations with this VAR. Now, I'm saying at half-time that Rob Jones was put under immense pressure by VAR.
When John...
It's an obvious area that needs him to go to the screens. I think once he does go to the screen, it puts huge pressure on him. For the reason of this, you pause this in that frame there.
Let's remind you what the Premier League Match Centre said after the VAR review. The referee overturned the original decision of goal to Fulham. The referee announcement was this: after review, Fulham number 9 commits a careless challenge, stands on the foot of the Chelsea defender, therefore we disallow the goal. We restart with a Chelsea free kick. Let's point out that Rob Jones was sent over by Michael Salisbury and VAR to have another look. He could have, if he wished, stuck with his on-field decision.
Not could have, should have. Honestly, this is why I sometimes think that VAR has completely ruined the game. Yeah, it looks bad, but that's...
But he didn't give it on field, did he? So.
He didn't give it on field, and he should just stuck with that. He should have been brave enough to do that. You know, you can always make things look bad. Even when Chelsea scored right at the end, even at that point from a corner kick, they're trying to find something that was wrong. And that's what I mean. That's where it's gone wrong with VAR, you know.
I agree.
It's too much. I think it's so bad. I understand Marco Silva. He is furious. Yeah. I understand that.
I agree with what Peter said. You can make so many incidents look bad. You know, there's contact in the game, there's tackles that go in every 2 minutes. You can make loads of tackles look bad if you freeze it at the right moment. You know, you use your arm as a defender to get across the striker to hold him off or pin him. You freeze that at the moment here, it looks a foul. You can freeze it to make it look in certain situations. But like I said, going back to what I said initially, I think Chalobah just tried to read it and try and cut it out. It's great play by Muniz to use his body. He sees the challenge coming. He uses a nice little bit of skill, uses his body.
It's a very rash challenge by Chalobah. There's no need for him to do that. No, you go up and just stay behind, and then you push him that way.
Very lucky from.
I don't think he's doing anything wrong.
And then to send Marco Silva's blood pressure even higher in the 9th minute of 8 added on.
But he couldn't. Of course he couldn't. And you have to question Bassi and Anderson there as well. I mean, how can a player who is, you know, a head shorter than them, how can he jump backwards in between them and hit the ball? So it's a bad goal to give away, and not helping Marco Silva's mood.
No, not at all. He is in that Fulham dressing room at the moment. João Pedro, though, 5 in 6 starts now for Chelsea. And, of course, with the lap going off, he will be even more important for Chelsea.